Good morning, welcome to Furry and Spoilt. Today I'm going to talk to you about keeping dogs cool using cooler mats for dogs. So we are just towards the end of May now, and so it's just starting to warm up. It's not warm yet, but it is, the sun's out and it is starting to warm up. And so I'm just getting things prepared for the summer so that I keep my dogs nice and cool. If you already own dogs, you probably are well aware of cool pads. You probably got them and you probably use them, and you probably realise how important they are in the summer. But if you're new to dog ownership, if you've never had a dog, or maybe you just don't know about cool pads, then I'm just going to tell you about them because they're so important to keeping a dog cool. I've done videos about how dogs' bodies work and how hard it is for them to cool themselves down. And it's really hard for them to cool down. They can't just cool down like we do. So if we get hot, our body has systems that then kick into place and cools us down. Dogs don't have that, and so then they get organ failure and they can die. And if they don't die, they can suffer terribly. So it is important to keep them cool. So these are what I use. So these blue cool pads are what I use. They're cool. I will probably constantly call them cool pads through this video. They're actually called cool mats, dog cool mats if you are looking for them. And it's genius. I don't know how it works, but it's genius how they do work. So they are a pad, not particularly thick. This is not sponsored. It's just, this is the make that I've always used for many, many years. And I really like them. So you can see how thick they are, sort of like a little bit of padding. And they have a gel inside them. And this gel works like magic. It's quite thick, the gel. And if you stand on that pad, it actually feels cold. And the gel inside, somehow, goodness knows how, it sucks the heat out of the dog. And so when the dog gets off the pad, the dog is cool and the pad is hot. I have no idea how it works, but it's really, really clever. And for 20 years or whatever, I've been using these, and they're really, really good. You get them in different sizes. So this is the one that I always use. And the other thing is that because this is like a wipe clean material, you can keep them clean and then use them year after year. That's what I do. So I'll keep them clean, and then the end of the season I just pack them away and get them back out. Maybe every few years I might get another one, just add to it. And this is the size that I use for Humps here. So this is our first summer with Humps. So he's new to us. It's our first summer. So I did get some new ones this year, and so I got this one for him here. And then I've got Harry over there on the sofa. He's about the same size as Humps. So we have another one for him here, the same size. Another one here, look. And then you see over there, I folded one up. And that is because, you see little Albert there? Go on, demonstrate. Yeah, beautiful. Beautifully demonstrated. So that is where Albert lies. And so I fold one up and I put it there. The thing is with Albert is he has learning difficulty. He actually has brain damage. And so he would never know to go and lie on a cool pad. Now, they're not hot now. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's not hot now. The sun's out and it's lovely, but it's not hot. I think it's about 10 degrees or something. It's really not hot. So he hasn't gone to lie on that because he's hot. He's just gone to lie on it because it's a nice squishy thing to lie on. And it's where he lies. So I put it there because I know that he'll go and lie there. So I know that if he is ever hot, he will go and lie there. And what will happen is he'll lie there for a bit now. He'll get cold because it makes them cold. And then he'll get off it and go and lie on the sofa. The most important thing I think with this is, yeah, sure, I have cool pads. But my whole aim always is with my dogs for them not to need them. So I keep the house really nice and cool. So I've got air conditioning units. I've got one here. I'll actually do another video about them. They're portable air conditioning units. So remember, I'm in the UK. So our houses aren't made with air conditioning. And I did look at having it put in, and it's a right old palaver and it's very expensive. So I use these portable air conditioning. And last year, when it hit 40 degrees here, my house was 19 the whole way through the summer. I'll do another video about that. I'm going to do like a little series of these kind of videos, so that will be coming up. Really, really, really helpful for keeping dogs and yourself cool. So ultimately, the aim is that you want to keep your dogs cool. But I'm going to do another video, like Humps here, because he came from Korea and he was locked in a dark room in a cage his whole life. for him, sunbathing is just glorious, and that's wonderful. But sunbathing is so dangerous for dogs, and so I can't have him sunbathing. I can in the winter, but I can't in the summer. So I've had to put various different things in place so that he isn't not able to sunbathe, because it's just dangerous. So again, I will do videos about that as well. So as always, I got these pads off Amazon. I get everything off Amazon because it's just so convenient. Now the thing with it is that they're not necessarily cheap. Well, it depends. Everybody's budget is so different. So I've just spent £150 on 6 new mats. So we have 3 down here, and then I have 3 upstairs, so that at night time they all have access to their own cool pad. I think they're £37 each, something like that. Whether you think that's expensive or not is just, everybody has a different budget. For me, £37 to keep a dog cool in the summer is nothing. But, obviously everyone's different. Now, you can get some cool pads that are cheaper. They're like £8-9. But I don't think they work. A few reasons why they don't work. They don't have enough gel in them. When you stand on them, they don't feel cold. So a dog isn't going to be attracted to that because it doesn't feel cold. He's just not going to be attracted to that. And because they're fabric, you can't keep them clean. So therefore, you can't keep them clean and then store them for the next year. So I did order a couple of cheap ones this year. I just wanted to see what they were like, and that's what they were like. So I'm not using them, and I don't really recommend them because you won't get your money's worth. You're going to have to buy another one next year. So what's the point? You might as well put the money in. And then the other thing with these ones is that I've never had one split. I've never had it split and the gel come out of it. But people have told me that has happened. So I think if you get the cheaper ones, the gel comes out if their claws scratch them or something like that. Never ever had that happen here. And actually, Albert over there, when dogs dig to make their bed more cosy, I've seen him dig it. I'll stop him, but I have seen him do it, and it never split it or anything like that. Now, some dogs don't like getting on the cool pads, and I hear this a lot. Yeah, when I put the video out last summer, a lot of people contacted me and said, yeah, I've got the cool pad, but the dog won't go on it. When I first put them out, so Harry, you can see him there at the back on the sofa. I've seen him maybe be a bit warm. So maybe he's been on the sofa all curled up and got too warm. And then he'll come and get down on the cool pad. And he generally comes and lies down on this one. The sun is actually on that at the moment, but that is only because I haven't got the awning out. I normally have the awning out, and that blocks off all the sun from getting into here. But because I'm recording this video, I need to have the light. So that's why the awning's closed and the sun is on there. I would never have the sun on a cool pad normally. Obviously, that's just ridiculous. So Harry's very good at knowing I feel too hot, I'm going to go and lie on the cool pad. Like I said, Albert is Albert. But Humps here, he's a very clever dog. By far the cleverest out of them all. But I don't think he's quite understood that they cool you down. And so I've had these out for a week now, and he hasn't actually gone and got on one. Now, okay, so he hasn't really been hot. I don't let them get hot, but I've never seen him do it. So you know how dogs, like, they'll be cuddled up on the sofa with you and then they get hot. Well, Harry will get off the sofa in that situation and come along the cool pad because he can cool down. But Humps isn't doing it. And so I thought, I don't think he likes the feeling of lying on it. Or maybe he doesn't know if he's allowed to lie on it. Or he just wasn't lying on it. And I thought, I needed to make sure that he would. So I've tried out a few different things. And I'm not quite there, but I'm almost there in that he will go and lie on it. I'm going to do the next video that I record. So where are we now? So you're seeing this on Tuesday. No. You're seeing this on Monday. So on Thursday, a video will come out and I'm going to go through with you the things that I've done to get him to lie on the cool pad. And hopefully we'll have a little bit more progress then, because I would like to see him doing it more. But he is doing it, whereas he wasn't doing it at all. And now he is doing it. So like I said, on Thursday, there'll be a video and I'm just going to go through how to get a dog, how I got my dog to lie on cool mats. So that'll be Thursday. If you've got dogs and they never lie on them, watch that. You might be able to get them to do it. yeah, I think that's it really. So I don't have them down all year. I just have them down in the summer because in the UK, you know, this is cold in the winter. There's no need to. But yeah, they are important, and placing them. So I placed, so like Albert's, like I explained, I placed his because he lies there. So I placed his where he lies. But these two I've just put on the floor because the other two, so Humps and Harry at the back, their general place of lying is on the sofa or on this bed here. They don't really lie on the floor, so I've just placed them down. Upstairs, I've got one out on the landing because Albert over there, my little one, he often goes and sleeps out on the landing. And then I've actually got one on the bed. I folded it up smaller than this because it's too big. So I just folded one of the flaps up. So I just folded one of them over, made it a little bit smaller, and that's on the bottom of our bed. And then the third one I've put on the floor in our bedroom. So I just sort of placed them around where the dogs lie. But I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit more next week because I think that's a key to getting a dog to lie on it that won't. But I'll talk to you about that next week. So, yeah, that's it. I don't think I've got anything else to say about it. Like I said, I get them off Amazon. Obviously, depending on where you are in the world, depends on where you can get them. But I'll just show you this mate. Like I said, I'm not sponsored. And I'm sure there are many other good makes out there. But this is the make. I've been using these for about 10 years. Really, really good. Really reliable. Really, really good. So I do just want to say something to you. So I've been doing Furry and Sport now nearly for a year. Nearly hit the 1 year anniversary. And obviously the reason I do it is because I want to help dogs. But what has really shocked me is how many nasty people I've met over that time. Really, really nasty people. Just horrible. And I'm not talking about the people who, you know, commit the really awful animal abuse. I'm talking about on here, on my channel. I delete a lot of the messages because when you go into comments, I want it to be like a community where you can learn from other dog owners. So the real nasty comments I get, I just delete them. I've no time for people like that. No time for people like that at all. This world does not need people like that. But I did just want to say to those of you who are actively loving dogs, thank you, because we need you in this world. You are incredibly important to the dogs in this world and you are needed. And I just wanted to make sure that you know how needed you are. I also want you to understand when you send me a nice comment, how lovely that is for me. Because, you know, I get a nasty comment, I have to delete it, it's not nice. And so when you send me nice comments, that really, it helps. It really, really helps. And it encourages me to carry on helping dogs. So I just wanted to say that, so thank you very much. So, you know where I am, you know, on all the socials and whatnot. So thank you very much. So I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.